Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of our glorious Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. Yet another glorious day lies ahead of our glorious nation as we continue to make progress towards a glorious future. Folks, as always, there is a lot to get done today. I will try and pick up the pace even further to get more done, and so I will not bore you as always with a prolonged introduction. I just want to mention, if you've been enjoying this series, if you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. I say it all the time because it does make a very big difference, just letting me know what y'all would like to see on the channel, what I should, again, keep doing, what I should slow down, etc., etc. With all that said, let's get this party started, shall we? Like I said, I am hoping to pick the pace up even further today. I do feel like the last couple of sessions have been a bit on the slower side, and I tried to pick the pace up last time. I've got a couple of comments that suggested more, and you know what? I hear you. Let's stay focused today on expanding even further down over here and up over here. There are a couple of comments that I would like to address at the same time as we make some of these expansions. Before we get into this though, I know I literally just said let's stay focused, but there is one thing we have to address first so that I can stay focused, because last session, and I mean, every time I lose focus, I think it's primarily because there's an issue that crops up somewhere that I notice, and all of a sudden it becomes my top priority. And I try to avoid that from time to time, but some things end up overstaying their welcome, and they, eventually become prioritized. So in the interest of tackling that right off the bat over here, let's go ahead and implement a suggestion I actually received in the comments. I'm fairly certain that I've got this right. I've tested it out, in fact, before I started recording today, so this should actually work. If I flip this into a mixed signal, so that going into the intersection here, the crossing here, we have a chain. Going the other way, we have a regular signal. And if we get rid of this one entirely, then we should have a smooth flow of traffic. Occasionally, trains will use this as sort of a bypass to skip past this entire mess down over here, and you know what, that's perfectly fine by me. If there aren't any trains carrying fuel or bitumen or whatever, and one of those other trains can pass through carrying steel or chasing after plastic or whatever it might be, that's fine by me, as long as there's movement going on over here and we're not getting traffic jams, right? And again, I did test this quite a bit actually at double speed, and it all seemed to work smoothly. But now that I've said that, it's obviously going to fall apart now that we're actually implementing it for the actual playthrough now. We'll see though. Let's hold on to hope. I do think that'll solve the problem though. Hopefully I've not misinterpreted the comment, and I have I've got the fix correct there. With regards to the comments, so there's one more thing I would like to address. Quite a few of you have sort of brought up concerns with regards to this high density area we've built over here. Fear not. I'm keeping in mind just how high density this area actually is, and I do intend to provide quite a few jobs and services as well. I mean, like I mentioned previously, I do intend to get that massive mall up here nearby. If I can find the shop, go to the huge mall, and that does provide for 400 jobs and 3,200 visitors. Now, of course, it doesn't matter if 3,200 visitors can come here to shop if there's nothing to actually buy here. So we will want to get our production or import chain, if you will, running a bit more smoothly. But that's something that I want to tackle a little bit further down the line. These buildings will take some time to build. The additional houses we place down over here and over here will take some time to build as well. And once those have been built, we might shift gears to either, as some of you suggested, more production of meat and food and stuff like that, or as some of you suggested even earlier, import, right? Bringing all those goods in from particularly, I think, Karabadag or maybe Kaizina over here, bringing all those goods down, processing them, like processing raw materials, providing jobs in that way, and then sending all those resources further down to our new cities over here. The hope is as well that our distribution capabilities will be upgraded as we're doing that, and that will then allow us to, shift more goods around at a time. On which note, I should probably produce some more of these, both types of these trucks actually, to make sure we're able to keep up with the rate at which things need to actually move. This is a, what are you? You're a open hull, right? We don't need any open hulls, I don't think, anymore. I mean, again, we are still upgrading our construction offices as well. In fact, some of them could probably use some upgrading right now, as we are, you know what? I'm doing it again. This is what I mean. Something else comes to mind, and it immediately becomes top priority and serves as a distraction, and I lose focus. And I do apologize for that, but it is something that comes up often, and I feel like, oh, right, you know what? If I don't tackle this right now, then I will forget, and I'll never tackle it. And I'm trying to stop it. I assure you, I'm trying to stop it. But let's go ahead and just get these guys over here. We'll get this working on not the road trains anymore. We'll go ahead and switch over after the road train to the where is it? Refrigeration vehicle. Get maybe 10 of those built. Because I feel like some of those are going to get sold off before I notice. We'll get 10 of those built. We'll assign them to the distribution office over here as well, and then we'll flip back to the road train right afterwards. Where are we? Covered hull, the road train. And again, if we don't use them ourselves, we can export them and make a good buck or two, right? So with all that taken care of, let's go ahead and again try and get all this done today. Get as far as we can. Hit resume. Time is moving forward. Yes, numbers are looking good, by the way. I realized I forgot to do a quick check on our population. It's looking fantastic compared to where we were just a handful of sessions ago. Though, again, the 21 pluses are starting to, like the ones that are living with their parents, that number is starting to climb as well. And that's exactly why we want to try and get ahead of the curve by establishing more of these residential areas. So if memory serves me right, we're actually all good over here. These guys at the back just need their own footpath connection to make sure they can get to the school over here. So let's get that done first, and then we'll go ahead and establish more housing as well. I wonder if, right, I wanted to flatten this a bit so it didn't have such a funky look. Let's go ahead and flatten. Where are we? Height from center. Pull this. Oh, of course. Might actually need more construction offices. Nah, yeah, I don't think that's actually necessary just quite yet. Maybe eventually as we continue to develop down over here, but right now, getting all those distant construction offices to come through has been doing the trick. I mean, the fact of the matter is that it's not just the construction office that we would need in the area, apart from like bulldozing and stuff, which, sure, but beyond that, like if we want to have actual functional construction offices in the area, we'd want resources to be nearby as well, right? Because otherwise, they're going that same distance just to pick up materials and then come right back to where they started, give or take a couple kilometers here or there. But you know, for bulldozers maybe, but really with the amount of money we have, it's not an urgent or desperate thing just quite yet. So this is nice and flat, looks like. We gotta. I'm gonna wait until the sun comes up so I can make sure it's clean the first time around, because that's the other thing that often slows me down, is just like things just not being cleanly done, you know, at first. But let's go ahead and upgrade these roads in the dark, because I can do that much more cleanly in the dark. And it was also brought up, I just completely, you know, slipped my mind that we need to get her done, basically. Oh, that's near snap. I was like, what is this icon? Keep forgetting these icons are like down here now. Yes, let's go ahead and upgrade these roads. Quite a few of them actually need upgrading. They've been like this for quite some time. Go ahead and do that. That should speed up just the movement of people. It should allow them to get around a bit faster as well, and give more access to things like the theater and stuff up over here. I feel like these guys are living decent lives. I should hope so, at least. A couple of people lacking electronics. Again, you know what? I gotta figure that out. That's something I want to figure out sooner rather than later, I guess, is our inability to deliver electronics just sort of across the nation. Meat. Did I see a need for meat? Yeah, there is a need for meat up over here as well. Who is bringing goods to this space? You are a forklift garage. You're just a warehouse. I think things are being dropped off directly here. All related vehicles. We have... Yeah, you're coming from the meat storage here. What's your deal? You're bringing 2 tons at a time. That's your deal. Okay, interesting. From the Train-Rexky meat storage. It is quite a distance to travel is the thing. And once we have our distribution, I think, better sorted, you know, what might be a good idea, actually, is to get these guys meat from those distribution offices over there. Because over here, if we take a quick peek, you know, we've got plenty of meat. These guys not so much. These guys just opened up, right? We've got oh, these guys don't have meat either. Okay, fair enough. Maybe do we need more cows? Let me just very quickly check over here. Like I said, I know I get distracted, but people are starving. People are starving, folks. All right, what's the deal up over here real quick? Now we got plenty of meat there. We got plenty of meat here. All right, sure. It's a distribution thing. So I'm hoping once some more of those, you know, refrigerated trucks and stuff get out and start, you know, going out and actually delivering goods, I think we'll see better numbers. So it's just a matter of time. We are in the process of solving it. All right, so down over here, we want to get this footpath connection done. I feel like just a straight... I would love it to hug this building a bit more. Why don't we go ahead and... Oh, I guess that's the only spot I can put it because of the snapping. Fair enough. Go ahead and drop you down like this. We're not going to pay for a dirt road, dirt path or whatever. Thank you very much. Pull you over like so. That feels about right. And I do think that's nice and smooth, right? Yeah, I mean, except for right at the edge there. So why don't we go ahead and fix that. Didn't realize it needed to be even more flattened. Where are we? Height from center. I said height from center. Thank you very much. When the camera's angled like that, I feel like the game is like rendering everything that's behind the terrain as well, and so it runs very slowly. Like the frame rate drops, it stops registering some of the clicks. Many of you have been asking, like, how is this game still running so smoothly? And I do have a bit of a beast of a computer, to be fair. If you see the About section on the YouTube channel, you can see that it is quite a monstrous computer. And this is part of the reason why, because I play these games while also recording them on the same computer. But sometimes the game will have a couple of hiccups if the camera is angled, just right. And the game has to process more information than meets the eye. Literally, sometimes the game will kind of slow down and start chugging. Actually, I will say, on the note of the channel in general, and I don't know why I was reminded of this, but I was taking a look at this series numbers recently, just like trying to get. I can't believe I just paid for that stretch, just to get an understanding of how y'all have been liking stuff, if folks are still enjoying and just like looking at analytics. I'm a bit of a I like numbers sometimes, especially when it comes to data analysis and data visualization. So I do look at stats, and I found out that 30% of you who watched the previous episode are actually not subscribed. Now, I understand some people don't like subscribing to channels if they don't watch regularly enough or what have you. It's totally cool. I also understand some folks are subscribed, but maybe they're not subscribed when they're actually watching. So YouTube sees it as like, oh, you've got unsubscribed people watching. But I just want to say, folks, if you've been enjoying the series, if you're worried about consistency, well, we have 200 plus episodes now, right? You might want to consider subscribing to get notifications and to join in on other aspects of the channel and stuff as well. No pressure or anything, obviously. If you're watching without subscribing, you're having a good time, that's perfectly fine by me. But I saw episode 220, what was it, 6, I guess, with 30% of viewers being unsubscribed, and I was like, again, there's various explanations, but I just thought maybe I'd mention it that hey, if you're not subscribed yet, maybe you'd like to consider doing so at this stage in the series. I just thought it was kind of funny, but again, like I said, there's countless explanations as to where that number could be coming from. It's one of those stats that, like, doesn't really mean much because you don't have enough information to go by to draw any conclusions. Well, you can draw some conclusions. You can draw assumptions, but I wouldn't say conclusions, really. I think once we upgrade this footpath, they'll be fine. Let's go ahead and actually do that right now. Why not? Just to check. Because if they won't be fine, then we have to adjust for it right now, right? Let's see. Yeah, looks like both these guys down over here, they all have access. I'm hoping that this large kindergarten is large enough. I think it should be big enough, but we might need a couple of playgrounds and stuff, which is why I'm leaving this space empty over here for playgrounds. And the school, I'm hoping, is large enough as well. I think it will be. We've done decently well as far as education is concerned, even though I had some concerns earlier at one point when I got a little nervous about how education actually works in the game and what these numbers actually track. I think our education's actually doing all right. By and large, our numbers are headed up. I'm just seeing this unemployment number skyrocket over here, and I'm curious what's causing that. I don't think we have any jams anywhere. I hope not. I think we'd see it if... Oh, well, that's a different kind of jam. I think we'd see it come up over here if we did. Might just be temporary. That's a huge leap, though. I wonder if a bunch of people... Oh, you know what just happened? Yeah, I'll tell you what just happened. A bunch of people just moved into a new residential space, and there's no jobs available nearby just quite yet. We will, of course, be providing jobs. There's that TV station I want to build. In fact, I might actually build it somewhere over here that'll provide jobs for the people back over here. But I was also thinking on this line of thinking about kindergartens, I was thinking about getting another kindergarten somewhere up over here, because I do believe quite a few people here are not able to go to work because there are no kindergartens or playgrounds or anything like that. So I might need to do something over here. Maybe get it's weird to put a kindergarten right next to this tram stop, but like that's normal. That's 100% normal and completely reasonable. It's not like some distant rural station or something like that. So why don't we go ahead and put a kindergarten down over here. I think the school here is doing all right. I think we're okay for this school. We could fit like basically 3 to 4 times as many people as we are currently educating, so I think we'll be okay. And looking at government loyalty reminds me, by the way, folks, there is actually some interesting news with regards to the next update that's coming. It wasn't too in-depth, but a new blog post did get posted, and we learned a little bit more about how crime and punishment and stuff is going to work with regards to how government loyalty will affect people's likelihood of becoming criminals. People will have a criminality stat, which is a hidden stat, but the higher their criminality number is, the more likely they are to actually be criminals and commit criminal acts. And then, you know, when a crime takes place, the police will have to, you know, go in. You'll have to have police stations. The police will go in. They'll investigate. The sooner they arrive, the more likely they are to have a successful investigation. If somebody gets arrested, they can be sent to jail. You have to build separate prisons. Prisons have wardens, and the more wardens you have employed at a prison, what's the word I'm looking for? The better the security there will be, basically. You can also use prisoners as workers. You can basically ship them off to various construction sites and factories to do work. So that's an option as well when you have a sort of a prison system set up. And then there was also, what else was there? Right, there's a whole jury system or a judicial system as well. There's like a court and stuff like that. So there's all that going on. And there was something else that I just can't remember for the life of me. And I'm sure it'll come to me at some point. But it's looking good. It's looking very good. Oh, right. The last thing to mention is that there is an impact on happiness. If there's a space that has a lot of crime, then people are less likely to be happy in that area. And so you will need to manage that as well to make sure people stay happy and they don't leave your nation and all that kind of stuff. Really excited overall for that update when it comes through. I think it'll be quite interesting. I think it'll change things up and it'll add more weight again to government loyalty, which I think is a nice thing to see get more love. And it's interesting. We haven't had police in this game at all. Now some of you have actually raised some concerns with regards to how it's like, oh, I hope the game doesn't start feeling too much like, all those memes that exist. And like, again, jokes are jokes. That's all good. But the game so far has been very good at sort of creating a real simulation without like leaning too heavily into those jokes and making them an integral part of the game. Like from my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, that criticism largely comes from like when you get any game that's set in a certain type of like economic system or political system or whatever. Typically, those games will embrace all the jokes that are made at the expense of that system without embracing, core concepts or the terminology is escaping me right now. But what's really good about Workers and Resources Soviet Republic is that it really builds off those core concepts of like an entirely controlled economy and how that would actually work. And the numbers are all, very intricate and deep and involved, blah, 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 blah. So it's done a very good job of taking the topic very seriously, I guess. So I've seen a lot of concern that the game's going to start or is going to stop taking the topic seriously and is going to start memeing and just making jokes. I wouldn't be too concerned about that, personally, at least. Like, I think there is a level of realism that these guys, the developers, are going for, right? And that includes things like secret police and all that kind of stuff. That's when the concerns first were brought up, when the secret police became a thing. That's when the concerns were first brought up. And I feel like I get where those concerns are coming from, but it's not like an overbearing aspect of the game, not yet at least. And even these new additions that are coming with crime and punishment or crime and justice or whatever it is they're calling it, slips my mind right now again. I feel like it makes sense, right? Every city building game, whether it's set in modern day, Soviet republics or it's set in like Sumeria or Babylon or whatever, right? Like there's always like a police aspect to it. There's always a justice and crime aspect to it, and it's just that being added to this game. So I'm not too worried about that tonal shift or anything like that. Not just quite yet. I'm not too worried that they're completely changing their MO or anything like that. We'll see. But I do understand the concern that's been brought up by a lot of y'all in the comments. Ever since the secret police were added. But again, they've not been an overbearing addition. I don't feel like, again, it doesn't feel like there's been a sudden tonal shift that's made this game into more of a comedy city builder. Now, I want to be clear as well as I say that. I'm not taking anything away from games that take more comedic approaches, right? Like, I enjoy, for example, Tropico. Of course, we're talking about Banana Republics, and that's a whole thing. You could make a very realistic Banana Republic simulator that's very grounded and gritty and this, that, and the other thing. Like, you totally could do that. Tropico opts not to. They make some references, but overall, it's a very comedic set of games, right? They're a comedic series, and that's fine. I enjoy those games just as well, even though they take the comedic route. If there was a game that was a lot more, realistic, I guess let's call it, grittier or whatever you want to call it, grounded perhaps, I'd probably be interested in that as well. But if that grounded game started to adopt the sense of humor for the sake of adopting a sense of humor, I'd be like, well, that's weird. It's a tonal shift. Again, I have nothing against either style or either approach. I just feel like there's, it's nice to have something a bit more, something different, I guess, for the topic. Let's put it that way. Hopefully my ramblings make sense there. They went on for a little bit longer than I anticipated, but it's a complex topic to talk about, because it's an intricate topic. Tonality in video games is an interesting topic because it expands beyond just video games, right? Like me saying something like, well, typically when we see certain economic systems in video games, they're typically associated with a certain level of jokes and comedy. Like, that's a heavy topic, right? We can't get into that right now. But hopefully I make sense without having to dive into all those conversations. But yeah, I just wanted to address that because I did see some concerns, and again, this latest blog post was about crime, law and order, and police forces. But again, yeah, every city builder, no matter the setting, does that. It's a very important part of maintaining a functioning city, society, however you want to phrase it, and why should it be any different in this game, right? But at the same time, saying that, I understand why specifically having the secret police as opposed to just only regular police, why I raised a few eyebrows. That's why I wanted to kind of address it. I think it's perfectly fine. It's thematically appropriate. I would instead, in fact, be critical of games that don't introduce similar, like what? Not counter espionage, but like internal affairs agencies in their games. Games that take themselves seriously, depicting other parts of the world that pretend those things don't happen. Maybe again, I don't want to get into it because it's a very intricate topic, but it's an interesting topic, I guess. Anyway, I'm trying to just flatten a bit more terrain over here. There we go. Come on. Look, the justice I really need is for better terraforming in this game. That's the justice I'm really looking for first, though. Do I want this to go up? Geez. I mean, okay, let's see. We'll see how this will work. Let's see how this will work. Can we clone? If I could find the clone button. I know it exists. There we go. Can we clone all of this and bring it over? Oh god, the frame rate. This always happens when you're trying to clone too much. Yeah, see, this is way too big. We're not gonna be able to fit one of these big ones over here. I think we're gonna have to plan a new layout to fit in this space over here, and make sure it fits nicely. I can't. This frame rate is like ridiculous to deal with. I can't even see what I'm doing. This might be able to fit down over here. All right, let's go into that frame rate again. Go ahead and copy you and see if you'll fit. Oh, come on. Yikes. Oh, my lord. Over to here. I might actually be able to just flatten the train and make this happen. Can I line it up, though, is the question. Can I? Oh, yeah, I can. All right. Can we flip this? 180. Literally double tapped R, but nothing happened there. The game just was like, ignored those commands. Like, listen, buddy, we're not going to work here. All right, I'm going to do like a mass flattening over here, and I should just be able to clone this over and save ourselves a lot of time. Good stuff. So let's, wow, it's not even registering me like trying to back out of the clone tool. That's funny. Go ahead and height from center, I suppose. We are paying for it. And flatten away. All right, this will take a second over here, and a pretty penny, I suppose, but let's flatten away. Oh, by the way, I should mention as well, I like semi-jokingly mentioned that, you know, we're going to be playing this until episode 1000, if y'all are interested, and if I'm still interested when we get there. I mean, I'm half joking when I say stuff like that, right? Again, just as a reminder, this was supposed to be a 10-episode miniseries. I fell in love with the game. I thought I really loved how it was approaching. Again, the tone of the game drew me in. How seriously it takes every intricate detail as far as the simulation is concerned. It took me in, it drew me in. I fell in love with the game. Y'all are enjoying it on the channel, which is a huge part of it as well, of course. Y'all have helped keep it sustainable with your sort of maintained interest, and that's why we're at episode 227 right now of a 10-episode miniseries. So if you guys stay interested, and I stay interested, of course, I'm not just going to play something that I'm not enjoying, because I feel like that carries through and then it becomes bad for, you know, everybody involved. But as long as I keep enjoying it and y'all keep enjoying it, then you know what? Yeah, maybe we do end up reaching episode 1000. Truth be told, before we get there, the version 1.0 of this game will probably release, and at that point in time, I think I would like to play like sort of, you know, start a new nation with all systems implemented, including weather, right? Because that's something we're missing. We don't have weather in our playthrough because, of course, many of you have warned me that retrofitting climate stuff is just a nightmare and it'll break our city. Though I've recently been feeling a level of confidence ever since we prevented that population drop from hitting 75k. I will say I've been getting a little, regaining some confidence that we'd be able to pull it off, but I trust you guys in the comments with your warnings, so we haven't been doing weather. But it would be nice to, when there's a 1.0 release of the game, maybe start a new nation. Maybe that'll actually be a mini-series, maybe it'll be a full series. I don't know at this point in time, way too early to say, right? But yeah, I mean, hey, I'll keep this going for as long as y'all are having a good time, and for as long as I'm having a good time. It's why I say, you know, let me know down below when you like something. You let me know. It's motivating and it's informative. So yeah, I mean, I kind of just mentioned that as a throwaway line at the end of the previous episode. I realized it might have come across as more of a joke than it actually was. All right, we're nice and flat over here. I think that's good enough for us. Let's go ahead and establish these roads first, and even if we can't clone, we have a very solid idea of how we want that expansion to look, right? So I don't think it'll take us very long to plan it out. The only concern, quote unquote, is where the mall fits, but I think we'll have a nice space over here, right behind these houses. We'll have a nice spot over here for the mall. We could add some decorative elements down over here. I think it'll work quite nicely. By the way, how is this kindergarten looking? All right, we're getting materials over here. Construction has started. The other thing I wanted to check really quickly is the tracks down over here. Looking clear. Things are moving. So that's promising. That's very promising, actually. We are producing ambulances by, like, the dozen. By the truckload. Huh? But on the topic of truckloads, how about some train loads? Where are these trains? Ah, are these guys stuck over here? They are stuck over here. Well, that's interesting. Not what I would have expected. Not what I would have expected. Very quickly over here, taking a gander, taking a peek. Why do you not have... Actually, yeah, why aren't you free to go? Also, I've never seen this be yellow. I've seen it be blue. I've seen it be white. You should be able to come up over here and go through this way and come up over here just fine. You, in fact, don't have any red light. You have this red light. Because this is looking at that train up over there, and it's saying it's blocked. Oh, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. I wonder if... I think it's because of because this train is too long over here. So I wonder if I do that. Let me just see here. Can this train clear that? No. We don't really need to worry too much about this junction, because that's only when we're doing a construction, right? Okay, hold on. How do I do this? So that I can test it, really. Damn it. Alright, let's see. Cancel the semaphore. Can I place one further back? I can't, unfortunately. But I do think if this train fits in another block over here, we should be okay. Can I send this any further? No, because we're right at the edge there. Well, let me just go ahead and get this sorted, though. Cancel you, cancel you. Alright. Let's do that. Yeah, see this guy, yeah, that's what's going on. This guy, because it's a chain, he's looking at that, he's looking at that, he's looking at that as well. That's interesting to me that he's looking all the way back. Oh no, you know what, no, he's looking at this orange section over here and stopping because there's something at the orange section. I guarantee you, well, I shouldn't say that, but I'm pretty sure if I change this into a regular signal, he'll come right through. Do we need that to be a chain? Like, again, because this section only really gets used when we have construction happening, rail construction happening, which, when's the last time we did that, right? So you're going to keep going. Yeah, I think this will do the trick. All right, cool. We'll see, of course. We'll see. We just got to make sure these resources keep flowing, right? That's why we have so many ambulances just sitting there looking pretty, because we're not shipping them out. That train's been stuck. Right, sorry. So the reason why I originally zoomed away was because I wanted to make sure we got 1, 2, 3, and 4 over here. I really wish you could reorganize these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, sure. That should be enough for now. We're building a few more of these. Why don't we go ahead and cancel these guys? Whoops, that was a mistake. Let's go ahead and switch to the... where are we? Covered hull. There we go. The road train. Get that working. We might need some like buses and stuff sooner, actually. So I wonder if I shouldn't switch gears to that. But this should, having these extra KAMAZ 5460s should help with making more like meat deliveries. Do we have meat is the question. We do. Yes, we have plenty of meat over here, actually, so that'll be okay. All right, fantastic. Fantastic. All right, this has been flattened. Let's go ahead and use the clone tool now, if I can find it. There it is. All right, bear with me with this frame rate right now. This section over here, well, actually, why don't I bring this road with me as well? But just that road. I don't want the parking and stuff. Looks like I'll have to get more than just that road, unfortunately. But okay, let's go ahead and do that. Bring you over down to here. Rotate you so you're facing... well, this way, actually. Oh, weird, it automatically rotated it this time. Like it had it facing the right direction? Did it? Oh yeah, weird. Ah, some of these footpaths are giving me the red. Oh my god, we're so close. Okay, if I can just do it without those footpaths, I'll be fine. Almost tempting to like get rid of these footpaths just so I can clone and save myself a ton of time. Is that gonna work? Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see it's like facing the right direction already. Come on. Alright, fine. You know, we gotta get rid of those footpaths. Those are the only things stopping us here. So let's go ahead and pause for a second real quick. Cancel which ones? This guy. Gotta remember to actually connect these guys again afterwards. Right? That guy, and then which other guy? This guy, right. I was like, I know there's another long one somewhere. This guy. Alright, cool. I'll go ahead and use the clone tool now. Scoop all this up. I could also get the parking lot and stuff, but I don't really want to clone that as is. I want to do those a little differently, I think, in this new area. Alright, go ahead and clone you down to here. Oh, come on. Alright, we gotta make sure we leave enough of a gap as well, actually, sorry. So how much... come on, give me the grid. There it is. So it's like 2 and a bit is the gap that we left previously. So roughly like here-ish, maybe a little bit further out. Just because we have to, because that road at the back there is causing us trouble. Come on. Oh, come on, game. Don't do this to me. Fine. Be this way. We're close, so this is the fastest this has ever worked. This is the fastest this has ever worked. Alright, we'll do that. So 2 and a bit, right? So 1, 2 and a bit. At the top as well. 1, 2 and a bit. So something like this ought to do the trick. Can I get that last building to be green as well? I need to be back over here. Yeah, 1, 2 and a bit. 1, 2 and a bit. I can nudge this down a bit more. Oh, come on. Yellow, there we go. Alright, you know what? If this is what'll work, this is what'll work. Wait until a save is done before I click and something breaks. We're facing the buildings on that side. That looks good. The school and stuff is on the inside. That's all good. The bus stop is there. All right, cool. Just making sure we have the right facing for everything. Oh, that would have been bad. Unfortunate because I had everything lined up, but I almost just paid for everything there. That's okay. We know roughly where we need to be here. Right about there, right? Come on. There we go. Perfect. Bam. Pop you down there. I don't think it registered that click. There we go. Ridiculous. All right, cool. Very cool. Are you lined up? It looks lined up. Yeah, that looks clean enough, I think. Cool. And up over here, you're lined up. Yeah, that looks clean. All right, wonderful. Great. Let's go ahead and make sure we actually attach these guys, though. Pay for you over to here. Hook you up like that. Unfortunately, it's not as clean as it once was, but look, it's fine. And hook you up down to... Oh, no. All right. Sure. There. I'll take it. All done. These guys get built. These guys need to be assigned. So we have our bus stop. We need our footpath right over here. Right? And we need our footpath up over here as well. Cool. We need our road. This ends over here. We get down to here. Do we actually have... Is this not a double? Should this be a double? I guess is the question. Not necessarily, I guess, right? It doesn't have to be. It's not as high traffic an area. We'll have some small stuff up over here, and that should be okay. And then over here, though, we want to make sure we pull a road down this way. Ideally, it'll be a straight road, actually. Won't be as curvy as the other one. That's good. I'm glad we didn't clone that over. Go ahead and pull you down this way. Can't, because I got to flatten first. All right, go ahead and height from center. Thank you very much. I'm very excited for this, actually. This is working out a lot more smoothly than I'd anticipated. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was expecting some serious trouble, but this is looking good. This is looking good. All right, come on, flatten away, flatten away. Go ahead and pull the road from... I think here is nice. What's wrong here? Oh, this guy's in the way. Go ahead and trash that. Thank you. And where are we? Yeah, here roughly makes sense. Beauty, try and line this up nicely there. Pull it even further. Cool. That looks good. This can hook up over here. This can hook up over here. These guys will connect over here. Again, that's the kindergarten. That's the main road. Bus stop. This is good. Again, I think I'll pay for all these roads, right? Because we want to make sure that people are able to get to work on construction right away. I mean, I guess I could construct the roads as well. It's not the end of the world. We'll have more planning going on. We've got some of these things being built right now as more urgent housing opportunities, I suppose. In fact, do we have these being built right now? We kind of. Get these started. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll continue. We'll assign more stuff when the opportunity presents itself. We, of course, have to bring power and stuff down over here as well. Let's not forget, but we'll get on that in a moment. But yeah, this is looking good. This will house quite a few more people. I mean, these aren't big housing units, but they're decent. 270, 144, 540, 680, 680 plus another 950 or something, like about 1,000 people can live over here, so it's not too bad. High density though, it is high density. Where is my modded giant mall? Let's see where we shop. Huge mall. It'll need some flattening. What if I do it like this? Creates a very interesting negative space there, and I'm curious how we'll work with that, but something like this, I guess, it's a lot of flattening needed. Would be nice to, you know what would actually be nice is if we do this kind of a thing and we build a bunch of parking around it, and that parking will allow everybody in this neck of the woods basically to get cars, private transit, and that I think will be quite nice. What do we have over here? Electricity problems? All right. Any jamming that has to do with trains? I don't think so. I think we've actually sorted our train problems. I wish I hadn't said that too loud. Now the game has heard me and it's going to jinx me, obviously. But yeah, once the sun comes back up, we'll go ahead and flatten this. Expanding further down over here will happen. It's not as urgent as me trying to sort some of this stuff out. And what's the deal with the kindergarten up over here? Still some progress? Yeah, about halfway done. Missing bricks, boards, and steel. Missing literally everything. it's so cool seeing the highway get like used. It's ridiculously cool. Oh, you know what? Actually, I need to check if meat's being delivered as well, right? And I also want to check to make sure that sports is reachable, because a lot of those citizens aren't getting access to sport because they can't actually get to this stadium over here. And I wanted to sort that last time, but I didn't get around to doing it. And I feel like it'd be cool to have like sports down over here, perhaps, rather than locally available. I mean, they have some locally available. There is this big sports hall over here. Can these guys get up there? Well, these guys can walk up there, so that's good. That's promising. 497 citizens not able to participate in any sport. Well, maybe they got to actually go to the sports hall for it, you know? Got the cinema over here as well. Quite a few people are coming through. I do want to spend more time just observing the behavior of people that live in this area, just to see what they're actually doing to get some of their needs met. The thing about electronics is that I think we're having a production issue, and that's as a result of those trains being jammed so often. So we'll take a peek at that soon-ish. But yeah, sports. Something so large, something so massive. I mean, could I fit a big stadium over here? We could. We got the what's it called? Mall over here. Maybe a stadium behind it. Get the trams coming through and dropping people off in the area to actually give access to those sports, maybe. 379 meters there. I mean, we'd have to have another tram stop over here that delivers people up to there, basically. That's an option, but I do think there's something cool about putting it up over there. All right, sun is up. Let's go ahead and continue our work over here, though. Flatten height from center. Oh, you know what? Do I want this to be a double? No, I think a single is fine. Go ahead and height from center. Again, this is a big one, right? Let's go ahead and just expand from over here. And it'll be quite a bit of terraforming, but I think it'll be worth it. We'll get a lot of parking lots around it. We will get... Oh, you know what, though? Can I connect these guys? Too steep of a descent here. I do want to try and connect these guys. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. We'll have to, like, back this up a little bit, I think. We could try and do, like, a bridge, I guess, but I don't think that'll be ideal. Let's see. Too steep of an incline. Trying to figure out the best way to smooth this out. But now's the time to do it, right? Oh, don't make me delete that that bridge again. Please, game. Please. I have a family. I have loved ones. I'd like to see them. I mean, I could do the step-by-step thing, but I think that's a bit messy over here. I might need to get rid of that bridge. Too steep of an incline. What if I do this? Listen, cars are built different in our nation. They're just able to withstand greater pressures of height changes. Go ahead and back this up a little bit. Go ahead and back this up a little bit. We just need like a bit of smoothing over here, really. Just the tiniest bit of smoothing over here. Something like that, actually, will probably do the trick. Raise this a bit, maybe, instead. Come on. That's not too steep. Perfectly flat. Can I back this up a touch? Go ahead and adjust the train again. Raise buddy up. Lower buddy over here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Getting there, getting there. That's not too steep. Come on now. Look at that. Perfectly smooth. Perfectly smooth. Over here, though. Let's see. We can get up to there. Oh, we can get down here. Ah, just this like last step over here. Okay, let's back this up a touch. There we go. Yeah, there it is. Beautiful. It's a little steep, but I think we can handle it. I think it's all right. Can we actually though flatten the train a little bit over here? There we go. Just to there we go. Cool. Just want to make sure all these roads can like connect properly and stuff. Go ahead and flatten away. We need to put some trees down to balance the loss of green space over here. It's important when you're doing urban development, you want to make sure you're maintaining green belts. They help control pollution. They help keep the earth alive. Just urban planning 101. You need green belts. You need green spaces. We'll put a bunch of trees down over there, and then this massive mall over top of it all. Oh my god, it's so much bigger than I made room for. It's huge. It can literally help sustain multiple communities all the way down. Where? How? Oh my god. Okay. All right, back to terrain flattening. Where are we? Height from center. I like really underestimate just how big it is. It is big. That's a big mall. The worrying thing is that I have to make sure that things around it are flat as well for the inevitable expansions, right? Like when we get down here, I want to make sure I'm not all of a sudden locked off because I can't attach a road or something, and I have to demolish a whole mall full of resources just to put another road down or something silly like that. That would be a nightmare. That would be a nightmare. All right, that's got to be big enough, right? Over to our mods, over to our huge mall. Yeah, okay, thank God. It's a little concerned, I'll be honest. All right, that looks like decent placement. Again, we want some parking lots, right, around it. Do I want it to only be accessible by parking lots is the question. I don't think so. I want to always promote. Look, we want to always promote public transit and stuff, right? So we want to make sure people are able to take the bus and stuff over here. With that said, do we want like a bus stop right in front of it or something? That could make sense. That could make sense. Go ahead and raise the train over here. Good stuff. Good stuff. Come on now. And then go ahead and flatten as well. I think it just speeds things up a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right. So if I were to put down our modded huge mall, somewhere up over here, we are paying for maybe a touch of flattening. That's fine. Go ahead and flatten away. All right. So if I were to put this down up over here, we could get a regular road connection and then parking lots everywhere else. That's fine by me. We could get a bus stop perhaps on that slope or at that corner, the top left corner basically from the mall would be a nice spot for a bus stop. People could get off and go shopping. I wonder if people, oh yeah, you know, we could have people come to the tram stop by the waterfront and then from there take a bus up to here. That could be nice actually. That'd be a nice line, a very short line. You get a couple of buses, drops people off up over here, brings people back to that tram station as well from maybe this bus stop over here. So they come down to this tram station and then, you know, they have access to this train station basically through the tram. That could be interesting. All right, cool. You know, I think that'd be nice. I don't know. What do y'all think? I think that makes sense. I'm gonna plan around it, and if I see any suggestions to the contrary, I'll take a look at implementing them. But let's go ahead and pop you down over here. We're not paying for you. This is fine. Sorry, just making sure that there's enough room for parking around it. Sure, go ahead and do that. That is a huge building. There's a massive building, right? Where is our flattening? Right from center. Oh, go ahead and pay for that, of course. Again, like I said, we got to put some trees down to make up for this. Put all this up. Go ahead and raise. Higher and higher. There we go. Good stuff. Even back over here a little bit. Okay, over to flattening. Now it should be much faster. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Beauty. All right, so if we are putting a bus stop over here, what kind of a bus stop do we want? Let's go ahead and take a look at our options. Where are we? Bus. I mean, I'm always partial to this one. It is a very beautiful looking bus stop. So let's go ahead and put you down over here like so. I think that's nice. Yep, let's do that. We'll need, of course, parking lot. So bus would come, where is it? Here. Oh, you know what? This isn't actually a bus stop, unfortunately. So we can't drop people off directly there. We'd need a bus stop down over here. What about a small bus stop down over here? That's why I should have made this a mixed thing, I suppose. I mean, the other option, of course, is we get a station, or are we? Platform station. We get a bus stop over here. Currently this is like parking. If we get a bus stop over here, I think people will be able to walk over. That'll be fine, right? And they'll drive up to they'll drive down here. They'll maybe come down this path and then end up over here. Do I get rid of this is the question. I could potentially put this down over here, actually. Make it even... Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think we'll do that. All right, because this parking isn't actually being used. So let's go ahead and demolish this. It's not actually connected. Yes, really demolish building. I hope I don't live to regret that decision, but we'll find out together. Oh, we have these, like, piers and stuff as well, right? If we want passenger piers. God, this is such a good set of mods. Such a good set of mods. Or, I say set of mods. It is one mod. Embankment, bus stop 2. There's also embankment. Wow, that word was hard to say. Bus stop 1, which looks like this. Bus stop 2, I think. Same number of passengers. What is the difference? A little piece back there. Ah, I see. You see where the road is? There's that little difference over there with the footpaths versus no footpaths. I see. Do I want the footpaths? Yeah, the footpaths would be nice because maybe I can connect directly to this thing and redo the bridge again. Because why not? Why not? It's a tradition at this point, right? Or we can just do that. That works nicely as well. All right, so let's go ahead and adjust our terrain over here because there's no other way to do this, which means we will have to demolish this bridge. Yeah. Look, it's tradition at this point. It is tradition at this point. Why don't I actually, do this? Go ahead and get the concrete bridge on this side. Just as a height marker, right? Because that's the only reason it's really annoying is like the height guessing is the pain. Let's do that, and we can get rid of this. And then we can go ahead and raise our terrain over here. All right, good stuff. Yeah, let's go and do that. Raise our terrain. Actually, flatten height from center. See if that does the trick. I wish I was more like smooth with this, I guess. Go ahead and do that. What is this road looking like? It goes kind of like that, eh? All right, cool. Now I'm going to kind of need some light to be able to spot this. Make sure the height lines up, right? Well, it definitely doesn't right now, so... Raise the terrain, let's go. Up, 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 and then mod. Close. Very close, I think. Yeah, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Over to our mods. I think that's good enough. I think. You know what? Let's go ahead and double time it. Let the sun rise, and we'll take it from there. Though actually, I just realized I need it to be. If it's gonna be right next to it, it needs to be a mixed stop because I want to make sure the tram tracks can push through. Right? It's not just about the road. I'm glad I didn't click at night. If I do the bus and tram stop, I wonder if I should demolish this thing and replace it entirely. It sticks out quite a bit, doesn't it? That's unfortunate. Well, damn. All that planning, I'm glad I realized when I did, because it would be unfortunate if I hadn't. I could instead expand this a bit further out. All right, we're gonna have some embankment planning over here, I think. Because what I'm thinking we'd do is we would go over to monument, go over to this guy. Is that the guy I used up over here? No. Who is this? 22.5. But that's not right. These are where were they? God damn it. Attraction? No. Cinema? Nope, that's the observation deck. They're so spread out. I might save this for later. Because we know the possibility is there. What I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of expanding this up over here a little bit. Just ever so slightly. And then putting the mixed platform station over, not the mixed one, but the bus stop up over here. And hooking the bus stop up like this, and the tram can continue onwards, right? So it's a little bit further up, basically, but still right next to it, just a little bit further up. People would take the footpath down to the main road and then cross over, and I think that would work nicely. I just gotta find this damn piece that I can't remember where it is for the life of me. Where? Well, I'm sure I'll find. I just gotta spend some time looking for it, and I don't want to necessarily spend that time right now in the middle of a session over here. Quickly clicking around over here. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, there's also this option. There's also this option, which is maybe a bit quicker and cleaner. Yeah, that might be a good idea. All right, let's resume. Now that I actually have a solution on hand, let's resume. So how would I do this? I would pop this down. You're a sports playground. I got to remember a sports playground has quite a few of these. Put you down. Of course, the tooltip is going to block the actual connection. If I do that, right? Still trying to figure this out, so bear with me here. If I do that, if I put these guys down, I can't keep going because this connection is going to get in our way. That's exactly what I was testing for there. Get rid of you. I don't actually need this guy to connect. This is more of a visual thing after all. If I pull you up to there, go ahead and get another one of the 90-degree ones. Where are we? 90 degrees, except like so, right? And then the bus stop goes over here, kind of a thing. I think that makes sense. So will you line up nicely here? Is that even the right direction? No, it's not. It is very much not. Oh, here, by the way, are the embankments. I was looking for that time as well. When I was like, oh, why can't I make this any bigger without adding a parking lot? This is what I was looking for that time. Where's my... Ooh, hello. That's pretty. I keep forgetting about that one. So if I want to actually make this turn 90 degrees the other way, can I not? I guess not. All right, fair enough. That's okay. Not the end of the world. I can do this instead and pull it back using this. If I could just see the point of connection, which is not high enough. So let's go ahead and raise the train a bit further. And while we're doing all this, of course, all this construction is happening as well, right? So it's not like we're just sitting around doing nothing. Go ahead and pay for this raising. I do regret, however, I do regret being at double time while the sun was up, because that's a lot of wasted time. And the sun's already going down, isn't it? Go and lower terrain over here a little bit, just so I can see what I'm working with. Okay, go ahead and get our modded embankment item. Gotta raise this a bit more. Up we go, up we go. Let's make some more room over here. We know we're gonna have to raise this up quite a bit, so let's just do that right now. Where are we? This guy. Oh yeah, that's looking good, I think. Maybe a bit too high. Like a fraction of a millimeter too high, maybe. Good enough, I'll say. I like, look, there's only so much fiddling that's reasonable to do, I think. Am I really going to expand this all the way out? Do I really not have a 90 degree that goes the other way around? That's so strange to me. It's like everything's thought out except for that. Anyway, go ahead and establish another one of you. Right over here. Too high, actually. All right, fair enough, fair enough. Lower a bit. All right, back to our mod. There it is. Beauty. I mean, I like to think this is all worth it. I've been enjoying this, but I also think it looks quite nice. I hope you guys agree. It seems that by and large, y'all agree that this is quite a nice endeavor with a nice end result, but y'all know me. I like to double and triple and quadruple check things. Go ahead and raise this a bit more. And I do think the ship will still have enough room to... Yeah, it'll have plenty of room to ship on by, so we'll be okay. All right, where is my piece here? Go ahead and pop you down. Oh, it's the right height. Looks like the angle's kind of off, though. There we go. As long as I don't rotate it by mistake while I'm checking our alignment. Oh, man. Just a little off. That should do the trick, I think. Back to our mod, back to our embankment. Go ahead and... Oh, god damn it. Alright, you know what? I might... might just go with a lesson learned. We'll time-lapse this next time kind of a thing, you know? Because it was going so smoothly up until right now, and then... Alright, that's perfect. Take it. There it is. Get that one built. And then we... I mean, like, do I just put the bus stop down over here? Where are we stationed? Do I put the... bus stop down here, and then kind of like keep this going and have the tram and bus stop over there. Oh, that might actually be nice. Huh. Yeah, that might actually be nice. If I do it like this, the road would go down, come up this way and around like that. Or we could have the road, this road connect over here. Need a bit more room over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the, where are we? Sports playground. This guy. Just need a little bit more of an expansion here. Raise the train. Height from center actually is what I should have done. Too late now, but maybe it's still... Well, maybe it's not. One can hope. Yeah, that looks about right. A little too high, perhaps. Just a touch. Go ahead and get this guy in. Let's go. Beauty. I think that's about right. So pop you there. And then basically, yeah, this would be straight all the way across to there. It would mean that we're missing out on parking is the only thing. I don't know if I like that. Don't know if I like that. The other option is to not do an embankment bus stop at all. Instead, have this thing kind of like go around, make our own version of one of these, basically. Have this thing go around, and in the middle over here, we could establish our own bus stop. Where are we? Let's get a... Where is station? Platform station. We could get, just because I can't help myself, we could do like this kind of a thing, you know what I mean? And so it's our own... decorated element, kind of, and I do kind of like that actually. That might be the way I end up going over here, just so we don't like make this too cumbersome. Not just to like to make, like to build, but also to like look at, you know. We have this negative space in here. It's quite nice. I need this to come back up, please and thank you. There we go. We have this negative space in here that looks quite nice, and I think we could do something special of our own over here. And that way we'll have the bus stop over here, and once we have the bus stop over there, we'll have the footpath connections out of it to hook up directly, or we'll have the road connection. People will be able to walk over from there, I think, just fine. And we'll be able to loop this back. I mean, I might get rid of this piece and just keep this circle going, right? And then we have a nice little outcropping over here. The reason being is I want to kind of pull back in and have parking over here again, rather than go all the way across and not give these people parking like we did up over here, right? This parking, I think, will come in handy once we have the car dealer up over here, up and running. I think these parking spots will come in handy, and so I want to make sure we include them over here as well. I don't want to like forego them, you know. I'm a little concerned about doing that and losing access to a very valuable resource or whatever you want to call it. But overall, quite pleased with today's session. I think we've done quite well. We have hold on a second. Okay, good. This section is still there. We've established our connections over here. We've got this whole section planned out as well. We've got the mall en route, though I would like to get the parking around it figured out. I want to get all this stuff started up as well. And yeah, we'll get this bust over here. But I do think this was a solid session. I think we made some good progress over there. We have some ideas as well with regards to how to actually get people access to some of the goods up over here. We'll have the tram be quite handy, I think, for any time these stores run out of resources. These guys will have quite a few stores to shop at. And what we'll try and do is we'll try and make this into a central hub. We'll try and make sure this is constantly stocked so that people can drive over, use the highway, get off the highway over here perhaps, and make their way down to this the mall, or maybe even if they come off the highway over here, they can make their way to the mall pretty easily, park out there, get some food and stuff, and electronics especially. I think it'd be kind of cool to make this more of a, well, like a mall, so it has some of those luxuries and stuff, not just the bare necessities. Really looking forward to this, actually. I think this is a very cool development. We'll get some more trees and stuff established here as well once we get all the parking lots in place. And then we can maybe move on to the aluminium industry, some of you were suggesting, or we'll take a look at some other options as well. But this is looking good. We should also, again, get that TV station down. I mean, I could work on that TV station right now. I could pop it down right now and be done with it. But I never like rushing things, I never like rushing things. Where is the station? Broadcasting. TV tower. Put it down like this. Let's see. Pay for the flattening. I wonder about expanding our these decorative elements out to here, right? But if I were to build it, I would probably put this down over here like so. This road would be connected like so. And how many people could work over here? Folks from all of these buildings will be able to reach. We need about 90 workers. Well, 90 plus 30, actually, 120 workers. So not too many, but it would provide some entertainment to the masses. And I think it would look quite good while doing it, right? It's a rather large structure. My only concern is that would I rather it be amidst or amongst these buildings a bit more, you know, have it a bit more like centrally located, like up over here or something like that, so it feels like a part of the high rises. I don't know how I feel about that. But I do know how I feel about our overall situation, and that is pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel fantastic. We're at 82,000 population. 21 pluses are being pretty well handled, I would say. If we take a look at this year as a whole, we've done quite well for ourselves, and that's only going to get better. Unemployment is a little bit higher right now because we're still looking to provide job opportunities for these folks. Eventually, the tram will start carrying workers to the train station as well, and that'll help tremendously, I think. But beyond that as well, the train situation down over here does seem to be solved. We haven't had a single jam today, I don't think. Right? This has all been moving rather smoothly, so that's been promising. But lots of, I would say, big improvements this time around. I feel like we've come a long way in today's session, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. Again, further expanding this new part of the nation. Wow, this is it's wild. Look at the scale of this thing. It's wild. I love this new part of the country. I think it's so special. It's so different, and it seems like it's operating nicely as well. We'll find out, I guess, all in due time. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know down below. Your likes and comments, as I've said countless times, it really help me make decisions with regards to what to do on the channel, what to pursue, what to slow down, what to pick up the pace on. Just helps me know, again, what I should focus on, and directly impacts what actually happens on this channel. So keep letting me know down below. And if you have any thoughts, opinions, suggestions, feelings, let me know that as well. Again, I do take feedback to heart. Constructive criticism is always welcome. Constructive being a key part of that phrase, of course. So keep it coming. And I'll keep trying to make our nation as great as it can be. Folks, as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, das vidanya.